Hello, hello. Happy Monday. I spent this entire weekend with my wrist in the wrist brace and not doing anything, even though I very much wanted to be doing things. And I slept so much, and the inflammation is finally mostly out of my body. Um, Uh, so yeah, I, in order to make sure that it stays stabilized, I've got a little bit of KT tape on. Blah, blah. So that will hopefully, the biggest problem by the end was like in this area. I got a, I got a like bump, a nodule on this tendon here. Uh, and I was like, you know what? Let's give some external support since I know that my internal support ligaments don't want to do their job right now. So we're taped. That has helped me. I haven't been doing too much in terms of like writing or typing. Um, I've been finding other stuff I can do, and I eased back into it. We're doing okay. Um, I'm excited and nervous to go into the Archon quest. You know, um, let me get my glasses. Also, my glasses are ready for pickup. So tomorrow I have to feed my grandparents' dog for them. So when I do that, um, before coming back home, I will, yeah, I will stop and grab my glasses tomorrow. So that will be that'll be good since my prescription has changed. And yeah. And also that means that it will be hopefully it's I don't need the reminder. I have it on my phone like on a little alarm thing. It's feed Lexi and get glasses. So I I am set. I've got the reminder ready. But yeah. I will. My grandparents' dog, Lexi, she is itty bitty. She's part uh I think she's part King Charles Cavalier and part poodle. She's a small dog, you know. Um but she has so much energy and she loves so much. Oh my gosh. But she especially loves me so much, and I've never really known why. This dog here, I'll start switching to the Genshin. And I figure we can start with the a letter that popped up because oh, hello. Because might as well. I didn't play this weekend because I couldn't grasp my mouse to click. um But yeah, for some reason, when this dog sees me, she gets up on my lap and she puts her paws on my shoulders and she just cries in my face. And I'm like, oh my god. Um, so yeah, I love her so much. But oh my goodness. Oh yeah, and the other thing, I couldn't hold my phone and do like things with my thumb to play on my phone either, so it just wasn't happening. I 100% read this EP album title as La Baguette, and to be honest, it wasn't that far off. Oh man, doing that with my thumb kind of hurt. Okay. Oh, there was an achievement from last time I didn't get. Bajoop. Okay. So we'll do this real quick. We'll do our commissions, and then we'll begin the Archon quest. Oh boy. Just like I stressed before, dear questionnaire, that is how the procedure goes, and there's nothing I can do. Mr. Royalty did send the list of required documents, and I do have them ready. However, you can't simply come over and take any document. That does not conform with our letter delivery regulations. Yoni! Yeah! Hey, Yoni! You're looking good! You as well. It's all thanks to the help I've received from Mr. Royalty and Mr. Samain. You know the Traveler, too? Of course. The Traveler did me a huge favor before. Without her, I wouldn't still be working at the Maison Gaston. Really? No wonder the Traveler is an honorary senior researcher of the Institute. All I did was fix the auto stamper 3000. Regardless, without your support, I'm sure I couldn't have made it. I believe Mr. Cecil called you an honorary senior research of the Institute just now. I even have the certificate. And the photo. Paimon's in it too, but Paimon didn't get a certificate. Yes, in recognition of the Traveler's merits and achievements, the Institute has granted her the title of Honorary Senior Researcher. As for what those achievements are, I'll let her speak for herself, but let's talk business first. Awesome. I really cannot hand that document to you right now, Ioni. But as for what you asked earlier, that you'd like a researcher to guide you over and take some pictures near the Institute, that's no problem at all. I think the Traveler might be suited for the job. She knows the surroundings like the back of her hand and shall be more than equal to the task. What do you say? Let's do it. I want to hang out with Ioni and find out how he's doing, for sure. You're so kind. As long as you're there, it should be fine. When I came, all I saw were out-of-control mecha and monsters. But taking pictures isn't the priority here. Truth be told, Mr. Cecil, I'd love to help you too, Ioni, but the procedure is procedure, and my hands are tied. Please don't make it hard on a lowly public official who only knows how to stamp documents. Honestly. Alright, I'll discuss this with Mr. Royalty later, after I return. Goodbye, Mr. Cecil. Thank you. Have a nice day. I hope you enjoy your time at the Fontaine Research Institute. It's your turn to be the guide now, Traveler. Why don't we go to the Marianne Memorial Park first? Do-do-do. Hey, John. Welcome on in. How are you doing? Whee. Where are we headed? Oh, I don't know why I'm gliding then. I'll nab this chest real quick, though. I guess this will be the true test as for how my hands are doing. That's good. I am doing a lot better than I have been. Hey, now, let me finish pressing E.
Everybody stand back.
There we go.
Go. Healthy body, healthy mind. Born of ice and frost.
Oh, that's good. I am glad there's not too much fighting in the Archon quest. Yeah, because I just my ligaments do not know how to be supported without one being supported adding more stress to another one. Um and I ended
A
up
reward down the road.
with a nodule on my oh no with a nodule on my tendon that goes through my thumb. So that was painful. um it's better now. I can and now I've just got a little bit of KT tape on it. Um but yeah. And luckily, it's only like a week and a half now until I go to the physical therapist for the first time. And I'm gonna be like, hey, maybe we should ultrasound my wrists. I was supposed to get an ultrasound of my wrist back in February, but I didn't know, like, where to go, you know? And so I just didn't. Um, ow. Yeah. I
Wipe out!
don't know.
Water jet! Huh. Now you shall perish!
Ah! Okay, well, that was fast. Uh, is this the Mary Ann Memorial Park? I can't tell that it's a park at all. Mr. Royalty will be very disappointed. He was hoping to have someone make a speech here. Looking around, a speech is out of the question. There's not even an iconic landmark here. It's no good for group photos. You can take a mecha back as a memento. You're funny, but there's no room in the Misongashon for such things. And even if I could, I'd still have to get the mecha appraised, reported, categorized, and then stored. Hey, we're only just joking. Don't get so focused on work all of a sudden. Speaking of reports, I still can't get that document. Is Cecil making it difficult for you? What were you guys discussing back there? As you may know, the Institute is making plans to rebuild, right? Certain resources and personnel arrangements have to be made through the Misongashon. The Misongashon takes this matter very seriously, so it had Mr. Royalty select a team to conduct field studies in and around the vicinity. Therefore, he stayed behind to do the headcount while I am to visit the Institute to coordinate the reception. It happens that the Institute has a letter for the Misongashon, so I thought since I'm here, I might as well bring it back with me. But Mr. Cecil insisted it was a violation of proper procedure and simply would not give it to me. Violation of procedure? What procedure? There's proper procedures for picking up a document? Don't tell Paimon there's going to be running around for approval signatures and listening to bureaucrats babble on endlessly as well. Simply put, most official correspondence within the Misongashon must be mailed. What? Then what if the departments mailing the letter are on the same street, or even right across from each other? Yes, you still have to mail it. That's for the purpose of being traceable. Oh boy. I suppose everyone is just used to it by now. Never mind, let's just go to the next spot. Let me check the memo. This place is called the Institute's Academic Assembly Hall. Strange, I didn't see any buildings with such a sign when I came. We know where it is. I knew I could count on you. What would I do without you? Let's hurry then. There might be more out-of-control mecha around here. Let's go.
down. Inazuma shines eternal. Access denied.
Adventure time! Why do they never miss?
Illusion shattered.
Teamwork is dreamwork!
No touching.
I'll keep this close.
Is this the academic assembly hall? I admit, the structure does look like a hall, but what's academic about it? They display stuff. Alright, good thing I didn't come for anything academic today. Anyway, the building seems relatively intact. Yeah, it is intact, and that's about all it's got going for it. Come on, let's look around. I think this place is perfect for a group photo. I should find a good vantage point so I won't be at a complete loss if Mr. Royalty grills me. Please take a few pictures for me, too. Goodness. Good thing the Archon quest is voiced. I heard you're a good photographer. Alright. Here you go. Okay. Oh my. Too high. Far too high. Huh? No, I'm marveling at the height of this place. Though the Institute's academics are certainly up there too. Now, who could have foreseen so many hardships for the Institute? And who knows how smooth the reconstruction will be. Yeah. Yeah. The last stop is the Fontaine Research Institute's Qualifications Review Representative Office. All right. Where is it? I didn't notice such an office. Is that the office Desnos is in charge of? Yes, that's right. You know even of this place. I shouldn't be surprised. Oh, Pineland remembers now. Is that the office in the ruins? If you can count that as an office. Maybe Mr. Desnos shortened the name to make it easy for you to understand. Alright. Please lead the way. I have to get some files from Mr. Desnos, too. Once I have them, I can return. It's been such an uneventful day, I should be able to go back and relax soon. The Fontaine Research Institute sure does things differently from... Alright. Wait, I just hit cancel navigation instead of teleport, didn't I? Literally all of the offices are in the ruins right now. Okay. What character uses the subdetection units? I have not been paying attention. I'm assuming somebody does. Otherwise, somebody probably will. Risley. That makes sense. Oh, Archon, save me. May no more mecha cause trouble. What are you doing here? Mr. Royalty has sent me to conduct an inspection, so I thought I'd drop by and bring you some coffee. But I have to say that your working environment is indeed quite difficult. I thought this office would at least have an actual room. Thank you for the coffee, my dear Ayani. As for the work environment, I'm content with what I have. Look around, at least I'm still working under an intact ceiling. Are you still in charge of the qualifications review? Traveler! No, I should call you honorary senior researcher. Glad to see you. And what's with that sad look, Ione? It's like this. Is the correspondence some sort of classified document? It can't be. Replies like this are typically in the vein of, got it, I have no questions, I don't know, or something similar. At most, it's copied to different departments to let them know it's something they should care about. No wonder I caught a copy of the letter too. Have a look, is this it? What? But Mr. Cecil clearly said he hadn't mailed it yet. He must have meant that the external letter hadn't been sent out yet. So he failed to tell the whole story. Not a surprise. People from the Institute are really good at getting under your skin, huh? Judging from your reaction, this must be the document. I've read it several times already myself. Yeah? Very astute. I'm sure all the letters that Cecil sent out are the same. Why don't you just take my copy back with you? Wait, what? But if he takes it, won't you have lost yours? Look at me. No one will care if someone in my position accidentally loses a non-essential letter. I mean, do they care? See, I'm not just mooching coffee off you. No, I cannot do that. It's against regulations. I'll go back and wait for the official letter to be delivered. Think outside the box. Don't be a fool. Why must you insist on making it hard for yourself? Who knows when the letter will get to you? The sooner you get it, the sooner you can start working and settle all that mess. No, monsieur, thank you, but I will not violate regulations. My duty as a civil servant demands it. Traveler, Mr. Desnos, and Paimon, I must leave now. Mr. Royalty is still waiting for me to report back. He only can be such a fool. His brains have all gone rotten, haven't they? Everyone else tries to make things easier for themselves, yet he insists on going through the motions, even for small things like this. He's been traumatized by having to do things according to the letter of the rules, so yeah, it makes sense. Admirable, yet scary at the same time. No wonder he has few friends in the Maison Gaston. I'm his friend. So is Paimon. That's good. You should be around him more often. I feel Yanni's nerves are getting more and more frayed by the day. As for the letter, I'll see what I can do. I'll pay Cecil a visit and ask him to let me mail the letter out. If he agrees, I'll send one to Yanni as quickly as possible. It takes a lot of effort to be friends with a fool. Alright. To the dailies. Gosh, my back is itchy. It is dry skin season. Oh no. Lenoria. Ugh, these mecha fish. What a pain. Have you fixed your dive suit? I did, but it fell apart quite quickly afterward. The mecha fish in this area have gone hog wild for whatever reason. No sooner did I try to place fish fry in their vicinity that they swarmed over, gobbling the fry up nonstop. Some of them even lunged at me to get the few fry hanging off my dive suit. I mean, I know they won't attack me, but that was still terrifying. I struggled, flailing in the water. I don't know how, but that tore another large hole in my dive suit somewhere. Fortunately, I was close enough to the shore that getting back up ultimately proved possible. As things stand, I won't be able to distribute the fry for the time being. Traveler, could you help me do it once again? Shallow or deep zones, doesn't matter. I think last time I did deep water. Alright. Yep. Wee. I love when you yeet out of the water. Alright. The fry is in the water. Thanks so much. Once I fix my dive suit, I'll come back and continue my work. I hope the fish will grow up safely. I've prepared many species of fry for all sorts of waters and different environments. The batch you placed earlier was chosen specifically for this region. I'll place a few more batches, and then the adventurers we hired will come over and clear out the mecha fish in this area. I believe this batch will grow up healthy and restore the ecological environment in the area. Once enough bodies of water have recovered, I'll write a long-form report. I'll tell the public what the Fontaine Research Institute has done to our natural environment. Just you wait, Dumpster. I won't let you stop me again. Next. Over here. Oh my god, I never switched my party. Hello. That's fine. We only did one. It's fine. The team who needs the friendship.
Ha! Too easy. Yeah.
Incinerate!
Alright, there goes that guy. Easy peasy.
You're exposed.
Lemon squeezy. Ugh. Okay. Trying to sit in a way that doesn't aggravate my knees, because my knees have been the other thing that have been bugging me. Although yesterday, I got up off the couch, like I stood up, and as soon as I was standing, there was like this feeling of like a snapping rubber band inside of my knee. So I fell, as you would expect. But then my knee was loosened up and fine after being like tight and almost unmovable all day. So, you know? So my left knee is doing better. My right knee is still in some pain, but you know. Easy peasy again. Okay. Phew.
Light this on for some magic lamp!
Grant us your blessing. Pin them down. Yeah. Yeah.
Hi! What's this? Lauren, up! Time for your arraignment!
Ha! Too easy.
Fly!
We shall prevail.
Woo! We love being battle ready. Oh, interesting. Oh, my bones are being bones. I just recently cut mine, so it's finally not so aggressively floppy. It's just sitting. The trials. The... Didn't we do the trials? Or did we not do the trials? Oh, we didn't.
Ad Astra Abyssosk. Thank you for completing today's commissions. Ad Astra Abyssosk.
Oh yeah, also these trials. But I don't know if I'm gonna do them today. Because, you know. I know that the Archon quest is long, so I want to get a good chunk of it chunked out, you know? Yeah. And there's... That's like... That's still more time than I want to spend on the event right now.
Strike a pose.
Let's see. Oh, okay. Yeah.
Time to shine. How dare you? Yoo-hoo! Let my name echo in song. Shower me with praise. Hey.
Whoa, hey. Ah!
Eat this.
Okay, I'm like, what is happening?
I'm going in. Strike a pose. Let the world come alive. Come on out.
Nice. Okay. I like her skills. Yeah. I was like, huh, lots of healers. My ideal kind of team, honestly. Either most people have a shield or most people can heal. That's the ideal. I haven't had a team like that in a long time, but so other healers are good for her. Was I noticing that other people's HP was being taken down even though they weren't on the field? Is that something that's explained in her talents? Yes. Okay. Glad I wasn't going crazy. Okay. So, does that happen from her skill? Or, I mean, I guess I can wait for the load to happen. Read the description to give in the trial. Oh. Essentially, yeah, I caught that from the yeah, I caught all that from the special program. I'm just trying to see what they do. So in the one that attacks versus the one that okay, as opposed to the one that heals. So this members increase their own attack power based on the number of characters with more than 50% HP and consume said character's HP. If 1, 2, 3, or 4 characters meet the requirements, the members' attacks will deal 110%, 120, 130, 140% of their original damage. Got it. Makes sense. Okay. Because I was understanding to hit her burst at different times and how that changed things. Um,
A bitter pill to swallow.
Come a little closer.
This is nothing. Taking a turn for the better.
Let's spark things up.
Witness the power of Gugwa.
Wasn't done. You're open. Seems like an emergency.
look at all these bloom balls. And no one is getting bumped by them.
Rain cutter.
Surrendering.
Mind the side effects. Taking a turn for the better.
Awesome. I love that they're like, here, Hyper Bloom team. And that's a pretty good Hyper Bloom setup. Since Lisa and, I mean, all three of them have the ability to apply their element off field for an extended period of time. So, like, as a good team. Yeah, I feel like Beto's is always going to be painful just because I'm so used to having her all the way at C6 and they only do like C0 in the trials. Okay. Now, Charlotte. This is what we've been waiting for. I mean, Farina also, but I'm excited to play with Charlotte because I'm also really excited to see hers in action.
Smile.
Okay, so it's like a... I love the camera. Like, just the...
Say cheese.
So that's kind of similar to, like, Nahita's, isn't it? Of being able to... I mean, I think you have to possibly have everybody in at once, but...
Let
Okay.
me leave you a verse.
Going under.
Smile.
Yeah.
Hard hitting exclusive.
Hold that pose. Witness the power of Gugwa.
Nahida's is more forgiving, yeah. Which, I mean, makes sense. Also, Nahida is a 5-star character. So it makes sense that hers would have a little bit, like, more forgiveness in that. But, like, no, it's really cool still that, like, to, like, have another character that has a similar kind of function of that. That's really nice. And I love the fact that it's like, that's so cute. Yeah. Oh my goodness. I love it. I love Charlotte's whole just I love the vibe that they were like, yes, this is going to be very photojournalist vibe. Like that just makes me so happy.
Power that ended Archon! Let me weave you a verse. Take this!
Enhanced animal modules.
Eyes on me! Witness the power of Gugwa! To ashes!
Swirl, Mark 2.
Rain cutter!
Yeah. I love it. Okay. Trials complete. And then resin spending. Try. Okay. Ow. Okay. I do think that I have 5 condensed things. I do. Ugh. Okay. I'll have to use some of them. I don't. I can blacksmith it. I think I'm gonna blacksmith it. I just. Yeah. You just do not. Ugh. I just simply do not feel like going through a domain right now. I also don't want to because, you know, my hands. I don't want to be doing too much button mashing and stuff. Hey, Estelle. Here. This is gonna take forever, so... Well, I guess I should stay with just... Yeah, here. This doesn't take long at all. And hey, we'll get friendship from it, so you know? I was gonna be like, and it's always good to have more enhancement ore, I say with over 4,000 of it. Even though I am pretty good about leveling up my weapons, this is just the reality that I always have so many of those. That counts as 12 things. I can only make 7 of these. That's annoying. There. Okay. And that should give us the rest of it. Consume resin. Forge items. Okay. Hey, nice. How many artifacts do I have? Oh, 805. That makes sense. I delete my artifacts pretty readily. Though that does remind me that I should look. I did not put anything on Charlotte or... Okay. I mean, I feel like Blizzard Strayer makes the most sense, probably. And whatever healing she does is based on attack, so... I don't have many available Blizzard Strayer pieces. Gee, it's almost like I hate going in that domain. Ugh. Okay, well, for right now, I'll put her on a Wanderer set, since, you know, Catalyst characters. Oh, that's a pretty good piece. I think all of these probably have. Yeah, no, this is pretty good. Okay. Ba-doop. It's ER. HP. Are any of these attack percent? Okay, this one's attack percent. Are any of these cryo damage bonus? My guess is no, but... Anyways, crit damage, HP, attack. This has crit damage. I know crit rate substat. That could be okay. Anyways, all Do I have any cryo damage bonus goblets? Ah, jeez. Okay, what's your 4 stat gonna be? Because this could be a salvageable piece if the stat at least doesn't suck. Ah, man. 2 flat stats. It's not happening. Okay. Let's look at this one. Honestly, here. Okay, this is fine. This has attack percent on it. It has energy recharge on it. That'll do great. That'll be wonderful. And then put you on sack frags. I could put you on ballad. I might just put you on ballad for right now. Anyways. Awesome. With nothing on them. Alright. That'll do. I don't even know what I'll do for Farina. I do not have it yet. But, or like I haven't made it yet, but eventually I will. Gotta let all those 50 XPs come in. And then once they do, the plan is I am going to switch to the Lumine team. An ad just came up, which is the perfect timing. I'm going to switch to the Lumine team. I'm going to step aside for a second and grab some more tea, since I have already drank all of mine currently. And then we will come back and we will go right into the Archon quest. So, yeah. Sorry, I had a brief moment of struggling to figure out what layer we were working with. I think I found it. Let us begin. I am scared and excited. And ready to be emotionally gutted. Turn up the game audio for stream a little bit, since there will be speaking. Return to the dormitories. Some time has passed since the incident in the Fortress of Meripede, and your sentence here is almost finished.
Now for a little rest after breakfast. This is the life.
The fact we had to serve out the rest of our sentence. The rest of our fake sentence.
Wait a sec. Isn't something important supposed to happen today? Oh, today's our big day! We're supposed to leave the Fortress of Meripede! Come on, we've got to go complete the release procedures now!
Okay. Well... We did eat the cake. We did eat the cake. Sure, I ate the cake. But... like, yeah, I ate the cake that was presented to God, but God's best friend literally told me I could eat it. So, who's the real criminal here? Would it not be Nivelette who gave away an Archon's cake? You can't imprison me. I'm a star from the sky.
Please, sign here. This document will be effective immediately upon signing, and you two may exit the Fortress of Meripede via the regular channels.
It's been so long since we've been to the surface. Let's hurry up and... Huh?
What's happening?
Is that an earthquake? Question mark? Are you okay?
I'm fine, thanks. But I wonder what that tremor was just now.
I worry about it.
The Duke.
Yeah, we didn't even get a trial because the entire time we'd just be making awkward eye contact. Okay. Isley, what was that? What? Are you talking about? Hello? Paimon, why are you trying to take me to the Pancration Ring? We're busy. gosh, my hands hurt so bad. But it's okay. They hurt the normal amount for this time of the day.
Your Grace?
Ah, good to see you two. Is there something you wish to see me about?
Yeah, what was with that earthquake just now?
Ah, that. The tremor didn't originate from the seafloor. In fact, it seems it came from the surface. Over the years of serving as the warden here, I have developed a sense for distinguishing between what occurs on the surface and what occurs underwater. Besides, the seal that Monsieur Neuvillette set in place won't fail so easily.
So the fortress is okay?
If
Probably.
you recall our last incident, if there really were a problem, there would be crowds of inmates in a panic right now.
Huh, you've got a point. Okay, seems we need to get back up to the surface and ask about what happened. By the way, do you know what day it is today?
I believe today is this month's pipe cleaning day.
Wait, seriously?
Actually, today is the day we say goodbye to the fortress.
Ah, yes. Have you completed your release papers?
Yep. It's you two. Are you leaving now? That's right. Today is our last day in prison. But now that Paimon says that, it doesn't feel like we were confined here. It's actually been pretty nice.
A lot of people have helped us out.
Oh yeah, Paimon feels fond of this place now. Then be sure to come back and visit. I'll miss you.
It's kind of a shame that the
If
only...
you sign the release papers, then you're free to go. The guards will escort you out.
It's kind of a shame that, like, so, because she has a vision, she'll probably be playable. Speculation. I don't know if this is legal, but, you know. If Sijuin does become playable, then they made a playable Melusine, but she has a human-looking face instead of a Melusine-looking face. And human hands instead of Melusine hands. Yeah. And, like... I don't know, man. I'm like, did we need to humanify her? Like, could we not have just had a playable Melusine who looked like a Melusine? I don't know. It's been on my mind. I've been thinking about it. Don't get me wrong. I love Sijuin. She's adorable. But it makes me a little bit sad.
You're not going to see us off?
I
Yeah.
knew you'd ask.
Literally.
All right, sure. Let's go.
Well, you actually agreed. No worries, you must be busy. Paimon was just joking.
Ah, so you do have a polite side, I see.
After being down here for so long, I imagine you must feel like you're lacking companionship. Shall I come along too?
It's alright. It's not like we'll never visit again.
Yeah, don't worry, we'll come back to see you. Paimon really likes the cafeteria here. The chefs sure do know how to make good grub.
I hope you won't be here as convicts the next time I see you.
We'll do our best to stay out of trouble. Well, it seems our work in the Fortress of Mirapede is finished.
Honestly,
That's the end
yeah.
of the third chapter in our journey. And since Neuvillette was the one who asked us to come here, we should probably go report to him now. Next up, the Palais Mermonia.
Off we go.
You're going to see Monsieur Neuvillette? Please pass on our kind regards.
Of course.
I'm sure just your regards will do, no?
I believe it would be the polite thing to do.
She's like, you have
Right.
kind regards,
I've heard
don't
the
you?
Palais has been terribly busy these days. Tell him that I hope he hasn't been overwhelmed by the recent string of troubles.
Why are you acting like you're not literally friends with him?
If you're concerned about things at the Palais, why don't you take some time to go up and check things out? I believe you should still have some vacation time to spend.
Thank you for being so understanding. It means a lot. It's been some time since I've gone to the surface. I must say that I've started to miss it a little.
Yeah. We'll miss the cafeteria, is the polite thing to say. But it is not what we mean. You know, yeah. Although we do officially have a vision-bearing NPC. We were there when she got her vision. That was back in Sumeru, one of the forest rangers. Got a dendro vision. After we saved her life. Because she saved a kid's life. Honestly, I'd love that for her and her little Arnara buddy. Hoyoverse, get me on this. We've got ideas. Yeah. Oh my goodness, the quests were so long. And they were really good, but they were so long. Oh, it is busy in here.
The Palais Mermonia sure is buzzing with activity today.
Halt! Huh? Oh, it's you two. Apologies. Monsieur Neuvillette did say you'd be welcome at any time.
Hey, Sadine.
Me. Would you mind helping me take a look at this report?
I'll be right there. Sorry, I've got my hands full here. You can see yourselves in.
That we can. You do your thing.
Everyone's so busy. Seems a lot has been happening.
Hello. You've come at the right time, but you'll have to wait for just a moment, as there are some urgent matters I must tend to first. In the meantime, please, have a seat. If you'd like to have something to drink, let the Melusine outside know.
That's all right. We just ate.
Very well, then.
Let's take a break over there while we wait for him to finish his work.
Yeah.
All right. That should wrap things up for now.
Are you done with your work?
Yes, sorry to keep you waiting. Today should be the day you were released from the Fortress of Meripede, and it appears that you've managed to complete all the release paperwork.
That we have.
And we came here to see you right away.
A massive whale.
Do you have any idea what that might be?
I have some
Judging from your
guesses.
description, that cannot have occurred in any ordinary waters, but rather something like the primordial sea. A whale of that size and shape cannot usually be found in the waters of Tevat. Therefore, we can only assume that Child is presently immersed in primordial seawater.
Immersed in primordial seawater? But how? And is he okay?
Well, he's not from Fontaine, so he probably won't dissolve. I'm not sure if he'll drown.
Most people wouldn't be capable of entering in the first place. I'm not completely sure how he could have gotten there myself.
You know, this man tripped and fell into the abyss when he was 14, okay? He has a tendency of accidentally ending up in places that it should be impossible to get to. That's kind of his deal. That's kind of his thing. That, how he got there, not really what I'm wondering. Just wondering, how do we find him there? Hi, Goose. You coming for dinners? Toulouse just came bounding out of my room into the office to get some food. There's something we'd like to ask you about.
Yes? What is it?
What was that tremor we felt earlier?
Ah, right! Paimon felt it too! We asked the Duke and he said it wasn't from underwater, so we figured you might know something about it.
It turns out that I have just received a report about this particular matter. In fact, that's exactly what I was busy with a moment ago. The source of the tremor was here on the surface near Poisson. After the shaking stopped, the water levels in the Poisson area rose at an alarming rate.
The water levels rose? Oh no! What about all the people there?
Fortunately, the water levels only rose for a short period of time and have already returned to normal now. However, I still have a bad feeling about the whole phenomenon. If the change in water levels is connected with the leaking primordial seawater, then the situation in Poisson may be much worse than it appears.
Navia should be in Poisson, right? We need to go check on her!
Yes, Spina di Ursula's headquarters is there.
I would also like to go there as soon as possible, but I'm afraid I can't leave just yet. We must immediately formulate disaster prevention plans for the surrounding coastal areas to avoid potential catastrophes. I'll have to ask you two to go to Poisson first. I'll meet you there to check on the situation once I finish things here.
Yes, do your job. We will go. We will see you there. Sounds like a plan.
There's no time to lose. Let's get going!
Please be careful.
Don't worry. Not only am I not from Fontaine, but I'm not even from Tevat. I am a star from the sky.
If you need any help, just let me know.
All right. Well, let's just... Achoo. Right, yeah. All it did was make us feel extra connected to the water in Fontaine. So, you know, I think we're good. Yeah, which makes sense since it was seawater. Load screens. It is already... The situation is already tense.
Oh no! What happened here?
All the buildings here seem to be in pretty rough shape right now. There's nobody around. Are they all No. Let's not assume the worst yet.
Navia should be around here, right? We need to make sure she's still... Hi, Paimon means we need to check on her.
Yeah. Listen. Although they were also maybe probably trying to get her, like, at least get her defenses down so that it would be easier to kill her with the Gardamex that they were controlling.
We haven't seen a single soul all the way here. Oh, this is getting scary.
What will I ever do now?
Look, there's someone on the roof over there.
Just stay put. We're coming up. Watch your balance.
All right, just hurry. I'm not young anymore. How will I survive on my own? My Desiree!
Okay. An ad has hit. So, the seawater rose, possibly related to primordial seawater. Which is not promising. And this is the only Archon quest in this update, right? Just Act 5. I think there were 5 acts of like the main Sumeru storyline too. So whatever's going on, we are in for yeah, grand finale. Whatever's gonna happen, we are in for a doozy, I am sure. And the trailer and the special program has me all like, you know. And I'm like, I'm already Alright.
He looks pretty sad.
My leg! My leg! How could this have happened? It hurts!
Just hang in there. Help is on the way. You can hold my hand if it makes you feel better.
Ooh. I keep seeing these lanterns from a distance and thinking I see spin crystals.
Oh, it's Navia. She's over there. Hey, Navia, are you okay?
You're here.
We heard there was a situation in Poisson, so we came as quickly as we could.
Yes. As you can see, the water level suddenly rose. It caused quite the disturbance, in fact.
Demoiselle! There was a wounded resident next to a building southeast of here.
We've already transported him to safety, but we've run out of medical supplies.
He's wounded? How badly?
He fell, so it's probably a broken leg. He's pretty shaken up. When the water level rose, he desperately climbed up to the roof. Once the water receded and he saw the ground, he became terrified and eventually...
He jumped down then. Find the leader of Squad 1 and tell him to take the wounded resident to see a doctor. He should know where to go.
Understood. I'll take over his search and rescue mission in the meantime.
All right, you'll be in charge. I'm sorry. Where were we?
The situation in Poisson?
Ah, right. Allow me to explain. A little earlier, we suddenly heard a loud noise. At first, everyone thought that something might have exploded in the waterways. But before we knew it, water started pouring out from everywhere.
Okay,
The
her voice
rushing
got
water
real
seemed
quiet
a
all of a
little
sudden.
odd, almost like the unique color of primordial seawater. Some people didn't realize the danger and thought it was just ordinary water leaking from somewhere. Everyone on the street who happened to be close to the water didn't have a chance to escape. As the water levels rose, they
Yes, that was
suddenly
weird.
disappeared. They were all dissolved. Those who realized what was happening started to flee in a panic, desperately trying to get to higher ground. Many were injured in the stampede, and some people fell from significant heights. The Spina di Rosula initiated rescue operations as quickly as possible, but there have been a lot of casualties. Fortunately, the water began to recede after some time, and the chaos came to an end. The water that flooded the area contained primordial seawater, so the lower levels of Poisson are still hazardous. To ensure everyone's safety, I've asked the people there to leave as soon as possible. No one knows if this could happen again. All we can do for now is try our best to help evacuate the residents. We still haven't completed the head count, but we'll have some numbers soon.
How awful. And all of this just came out of nowhere.
It was quite frightening indeed. I only wish that everything that just happened was a bad dream.
Is there any way we can help, Navia?
We're here to help. Put us to work.
Thank you for being so willing to help in a moment of crisis like this. You don't know how much it means to me. I really can't express how grateful I am.
Wait, we're missing some people, aren't we?
Don't say that, Navia. That's what friends are for.
Where are Malus and Silver?
Demoiselle, we've got a situation here.
I'll be right there. Sorry, I need to go for now.
And off she goes. Seems it might be a while before she can take a break.
Navia walks around talking with many people and organizing various matters.
Okay, the wounded are being tended to, and we finished a preliminary head count. More support has just arrived, so I suppose I finally have a moment to focus on my own matters. Of course, we should remain ready for anything, and continue doing our best to rescue others. I'll be sure to have everyone at the Spina di Rosula ready to render assistance. Traveler, Paimon, would you two accompany me to my father's grave for a moment?
Huh? Right now?
I understand.
Thank you.
it's technically walking distance. It's just a matter of if I can walk that distance. So we'll find out.
Not a lot of people here, huh?
Well, given the time of day and the whole situation in Poisson, Paimon doesn't think there'd be a ton of people here visiting graves.
Right. That's how things are now. The living are so exhausted that they've no strength to spare any words for the dead.
Navia?
There's no need to push yourself so hard.
Navia, what's wrong?
Sorry. I just... Malus and Silver... They won't ever come back here again. What should I do, Papa?
Huh? What happened to them?
I'm so sorry.
Everyone agreed on the rescue plan, but still... I was the one who initiated it. They were helping evacuate the residents, but they couldn't leave in time. And they were caught in the seawater.
What should we do?
I've known them for so long. And I know they weren't afraid. But I could at least hold a funeral for my father. And I know where he rests. But as for Malus and Silver, they're just... gone. I just can't...
Everything looks so clean after it rains. Even the gravestones. I didn't expect that you'd enjoy a glass of red wine in front of Master Callus's grave.
I can understand. Besides, the scenery here isn't half bad.
See, it's not just me. I always want to bring something when I visit Papa. Perhaps we might even have a picnic. He wouldn't be angry, would he?
Ah, how could Master ever be upset with you, Demoiselle? Yet the cemetery is the home of those who have passed, is it not? Everyone ends up here sooner or later, no matter who you are.
Buying yourself a plot in advance, are you?
No need yet. But when I do, I hope you'll let me be buried beside Master Callus, Demoiselle.
Hey, stop joking around.
I'm quite serious. That way, it will save us both the trip to see each other whenever you visit your father's grave.
That makes sense. In that case, could I be buried on his other side?
After all, besides you, Demoiselle, the two of us could certainly be considered Master's closest companions, no?
Personally, I believe we fill those shoes just fine.
Why are you bringing this up all of a sudden? Seriously. All right. I'll remember your requests. But I'd really prefer not to talk about this stuff. And what do you mean by saving me a trip? I'd make the journey even if I had to visit you two somewhere else. I'd promised to let them rest in peace here. But here I am breaking that promise. I'm sorry for letting you see me in a mess like this. I don't usually cry, really.
Paimon doesn't know how to help you feel
And yet a
better.
lot of the times we've hung out, you have had to have a cry. And that's okay.
She understands how you feel.
I had always thought I could make my wishes come true. But now that I think about it, that never solely relied on me. Many things can only be accomplished with someone else's help. Malus and Silver have helped me so much. But by contrast, I could do nothing for them. I'm so sorry.
You can spend as much time as you need here, Navia. We'll stay with you.
We're here for you.
Thank you. Right now, you don't know how much that means. By the way, you can have a look at this. It's a list of victims from the incident that took place here.
Obena, Khan, Burnett, Giverny, Francine, Karina, Daisy Ray, Joinville, Julianne, Esson, as well as Malus and Silver. So, everyone else is safe. But still...
It's okay. I know what you're thinking. And you're right. We lost Malus and Silver. But we were able to save more than we anticipated. The overall outcome indicates that the cost was worth it.
No one's sacrifice ever feels truly necessary.
Right. Don't think that way, Navia. One person might be saved at the expense of another, sure, but that isn't something we should ever consider a trade. Malus and Silver were not the price for saving anyone. They're heroes.
You're right. Thank you, Paimon. What you said just now was pretty amazing, actually. I'll remember your words.
Oh, really?
Seems you've become more eloquent in the time since we last met.
The knave? What are you doing here?
Ah, is everything going well on your side?
Yes, my people are carrying out the mission according to your request.
They're helping.
All the residents of Poisson have been evacuated, and we're
Obviously.
preparing to relocate them to higher ground. As for these supplies, we have everything taken care of. There's
Obviously, they're helping.
Thank you very much.
This is something that's important to the knave.
Wait.
This is her homeland.
We just met recently. Right, Miss Navia?
Usually, I would call this a coincidental encounter. But that doesn't quite fit this time. Besides, it never even crossed my mind that a Fatui Harbinger would come looking for me. Thanks to the knave, Spina di Rosula received generous support from the Fatui, which allowed us to complete the rescue and evacuation work so quickly.
Mutual aid is essential to fostering positive developments. We were already in the area, in any case, so it was nothing. That said, I must say that you're a lot sharper than you let on. I'm sure you understand what I mean.
I apologize for all the ways in which I tested you previously. We've never worked with a Fatui before, and it's extremely important for us to know who we're working with. My subordinates have reported that Fatui soldiers
I
have
see
been
what you mean
observing
about her
waterways
hands now.
and
She
taking
does
head
have
counts in various
those aren't.
locations.
I assumed they were gloves, but
Hear
I
that
see
they've
her
also
nails
prepared a
now.
large amount of emergency supplies. I'm quite surprised.
This is nothing to brag about, nor do I intend to. It is simply the way of powerful organizations to act forcefully, whether they are doing good or ill. You've witnessed that firsthand, in any case. As I've told this traveler before, I know of the prophecy, and I intend to prevent the impending disaster.
I believe
Lending
you.
your organization a hand was a natural first step in accomplishing that. As such, do not be troubled by this token of our sincerity. Perhaps one day, you'll also be able to help me in the same way.
But also, it does kind of seem like she might just hate Child.
I won't forget your kindness.
Furthermore, I sincerely regret what happened to Malus and Silver. I only wish that my people could have arrived a little earlier to prevent this from happening.
Don't say that. You and your subordinates did everything you could. As Paimon said, Malus and Silver didn't choose to sacrifice themselves for any specific person. And they weren't the price paid for other salvation. They chose to become heroes themselves. I've never liked hearing people put it that way. It's like trying to relieve pain by saying some noble-sounding words. But right now, there's nothing more suitable. They really did become heroes.
You're right. I'm sorry for your loss, Miss Navia. Water is life to Fontaine's people, and it also spells disaster. It's no wonder that people always say that prophecies represent fate. Fortunately, I've never been one for such opinions.
So, you're one who will try to change fate then?
Of course. That is why I'm going to Hotel Bouffe de Thé. I still have some things to take care of, and the children need my attention. By the way, Traveler, Paimon, one more thing.
Alright, then we'll just... Huh? This isn't right. Paimon thought you would ask us to for a moment so you could tell us something in private.
That is a clever and useful conversation technique, which I do like to use when necessary. But there's no need today. It would not hurt to have Miss Navia listening in. Traveler, I'm sure you remember that I said we could work together when we had the chance. You and I both know that there may be issues with the Primordial Sea. Previously, it was the Fortress of Meripede's sluice gate, and this time it was the water levels in Poisson. These are both signals.
So the time for jolly cooperation has come?
Indeed. Allow me to share the latest intel I've received from the House of the Hearth's intelligence network with you. During some recent investigations, a child claimed to have discovered some ruins near Poisson. The ruins date back to ancient times, and seem to be worth investigating in many ways.
I fucking love investigating ruins.
They may be related to the prophecy and the coming crisis. The situation is becoming more urgent, so any pertinent information will prove extremely precious. My people initially came to prepare for ruin exploration. Unexpectedly, this disaster struck, and at present, we're all busy prioritizing the rescue effort.
So that's why the Fatui were already in Poisson.
I wanted to take the children along, but unfortunately, Linny, Lynette, and Fremine have all been dispatched to higher ground to assist affected residents. Linny told me that outside of the house, the person they trust most is you. Which is why I want to give you this task.
Are you sure you're gonna just trust an outsider like me? It's not at all the first time that we've worked alongside a Harbinger, and I sincerely doubt it's going to be the last. Are you... I don't know. Okay. You know?
The House of the Hearth's members see each other as family, but Linny, Lynette, and Fremine said that they also see you as such, even though you are not from the house.
We just keep
I'm
getting
sure
adopted
you
as
already
family
understand how
by the
earnest they
Fatui.
consider their friendship with you to be.
Oh, that somehow makes Paimon feel kinda happy.
The intel I just shared about the ruins could fetch a high price. But But since the children consider you family, it's only natural that I freely share it with you.
Got it! So all we gotta do is go to some ruins, right?
You know, yeah. I would say so far he's the only one that it seems unacceptable to work with.
Wish to join, Miss Navia?
But are you sure you're up to exploring some ruins? You need to rest.
Well, I'm sad, yes. But I can't just go back and plop myself into a chair by the roadside and do nothing. There's no point in being depressed while we still have a disaster on our hands. As my father's successor, I must live up to the hopes he had in me. Besides, I'm also doing this for myself. I need something, a distraction, to keep my mind off Malus and Silver.
Navia's strong, but she needs company right now. We can be that company if she
Since you
explores
put
the
it that
ruins with
way,
us.
I have no objections. What do you say, traveler?
We'll go to the ruins together.
All right. The ruins are to the south of Poisson. Here's the map.
Okay, the three of us will handle it. Come on, let's pack up and get going.
Okay. So, alright, we're going over there. Yeah. Alright. To the ruins, the ruins, the ruins, there's ruins. Oh my gosh.
Torn to oblivion!
Why do you have so much health?
For Rex Lapis.
I hate that these guys have so much health. Seems to be about twice whatever the slimes had. I love those birds with bowl cuts. No, bowl cuts? The ones that have, like, the feathers that are, like... Oh, wait. We might not be going underwater. Here I was, just ready to dive. That flower grows clipped into the rock. Awesome.
So, are these the ruins the knave was talking about? Whoa, talk about old.
They
What
seem
is
to
up
be
with
pretty
that
ancient, all right.
weird gray
Let's
vortex?
go in and have a look.
Just be careful.
Navia, I am always careful. Someone was just vaping.
shall perish. Teamwork is dreamwork. Water jet. Shine down. There is no escape.
Whoop!
The floor here isn't safe.
Illusion shattered.
An ad has hit, but right now we are just walking on through the ruins. Right, yeah. The floor isn't safe, she says 1 second after I start falling. Oh, of course, a plot thing comes up.
Also been contaminated by primordial seawater.
Let the ad run. Ugh. So we're in an ancient ruin. It's contaminated with seawater. I don't even know. Like I'm just like plot. Information. So yeah. I'm yeah. Okay. All right, let's go.
Yeah. And a lot of it, too. A Fontanian would most likely dissolve the moment they fell in.
Okay, you should probably go back to safety, Navia.
Right. You can't go down if there's primordial seawater. It's too dangerous, and it won't be any help for you to just stay here. Don't get by my wrong. We're not saying you're useless. It's just that...
No, you're right. I can't do anything in this situation. I'll leave this to you.
From the look of things here, maybe there's no way back.
That complicates things. Maybe the only way left is forward.
In that case, do you want to wait for us here?
The water levels here are unstable, and there's a chance the water will rise. So staying here wouldn't be safe either. I'll go together with you. Perhaps we'll find the exit just up ahead.
Seems there isn't any other option.
All right. Come with us for now then, but
watch your step, young lady. No dissolving into the primordial sea, okay?
Oh no, it's a dead end. Let's try climbing over from the side.
What a conveniently placed ladder. Right. I love finding, like, cabbage in an ancient ruin, because it's probably been there for, like, 100 years. Ooh, okay. Hey! We are through. And it is zooming us way out. Oh my god, it's those fucking statues!
There's something wrong with this bridge! Run for it!
Cutscene!
Demoiselle?
Huh?
Demoiselle, what are you doing here by yourself? Would you be standing here till dark if I hadn't come to get you?
Maybe she just wants some time to herself, Maloose.
Hmm? Oh. Was I sleeping?
Yes, it would appear so.
I must be tired.
That's quite possible. However, you were the one that suggested we go out for a walk.
Oh, right. I nearly forgot. It must have slipped my mind when I dozed off. I haven't had a nap today yet. Have I? This is a familiar feeling, yet something's a little strange.
Is something the matter, Demoiselle?
Oh, no. No, I'm fine. I was just trying to recall why we came out for a walk.
Do you remember Mr. Giverny? He'd requested our help before with foreign merchants who had a debt dispute with him, and we'd resolved the matter not long ago.
We were headed to see how things were going with him at the moment.
Ah, right. Yes. I remember now.
Oh, Miss Navia. Ah, Mr. Maloose. And Mr. Silver, too. It's good to see all of you.
How have you been?
I've been great. Thanks to your help, those bothersome merchants finally realized that I wasn't the one they were looking for. Why, I wasn't even the guarantor for that person. They were knocking at my door day and night. Even my neighbor, Obina, was getting fed up with them.
Sometimes force
The
is
distortion
required to
on the background.
calm someone down and get them to listen to what you have to say.
That's right. Oh, by the way, Burnett, what was it that you wanted to give to Miss Navia again?
Oh, yes. One moment, I have it right here. Miss Navia,
Like you're looking
these
at
are
it
some
through a
flower
glass of
seeds that I
water
prepared.
almost.
Please take them. They're a very good variety, and they'll become very big and beautiful once they bloom. I don't know what we would have done without your help, so this is a little token of our appreciation. I hope you won't refuse.
Ah, did you cultivate them yourself? Thank you so much. I'll certainly take them. Maloose, we do still have some empty flower pots at home, right?
Why, we can have as many pots as you'd like, demoiselle.
Perfect. In that case, we'll swap out some of the decorative plants for some of Mrs. Burnett's flowers.
Very well.
Wait. Something seems to be off here. Excuse me, madam. If I'm not mistaken, your name is Burnett, correct?
That's right. Is something wrong?
No, it's nothing. This is the first time we've ever met, but your name seemed familiar to me. I must have heard it when I was discussing things with your husband previously. I've heard this name before. Sometime recently, I'm sure of it. And why are there so few people around here? Where did everyone go?
We must mind the time, demoiselle. We still have important things to attend to today.
Huh? We do? Like what?
Well, now, did you forget?
Obviously, she forgot.
Miss
That's why she's
Nadia,
asking.
Here you are. I've been looking for you. Please, come to the Opera House. Your trial is about to begin.
My trial? Wait, why would I need to go to the Opera House?
Yes, she's right.
Oh, and now the people are
Just
getting
about time
wavy
now,
too.
so we should get going.
Oh? All right then.
Look, it's Navia. She's here.
And her two attendants are with her. Goodness, everyone's finally here.
There sure are a lot of people here to see the trial. And they all seem to be oddly excited about something. I even know some of these people. Karina, Desiree, Joyville, Jolien, Essen. Why are so many people here? And why do I have no recollection of this case? And as for the judge... huh? Where's Monsieur Neuvillette?
Please sit in the defendant's seat. Don't worry, Silver and I shall accompany you.
All right. But are you sure you can stand behind me?
Typically, it wouldn't be allowed, but today is an exception.
Hey, what kind of place do they think this is?
Come on. Do they have any idea what they're doing?
Seriously.
Enough with the whispering! Could someone please tell me where Monsieur Neuvillette is? And why I'm standing trial?
My dear Miss Navia, have you not yet realized what you've done? In that case, allow me to explain. As all here know, you are Master Callus's successor, the head of the Spina di Rosula, someone held in high regard by every soul in Poisson. After you took over the Spina, you treated all of us just like the late Master Callus had. If anyone in need reached out to you for help, you responded. Not only you, but your butler, your subordinates, nearly everyone in the Spina di Rosula fought for the well-being of those in Poisson.
Wait a moment. Aren't you just proving that I'm a good person?
Yes, correct. Absolutely right. And that is why you stand accused. You have helped so many people get through so many difficulties. You are one with us. We are inseparable. We are one big family, all of us who are from Poisson, inextricably linked. And with you being so important, we couldn't possibly do without you. Therefore, this fair and honorable court shall declare you guilty, and you shall stay here. You will be together with us forever.
Huh? What are you saying? Everything you have said is correct. I have indeed done a lot for my hometown, and I would be willing to be with you all, but what is the purpose of having me stand here like this? What is there to discuss?
Ah, well, if that's what you think, then I have no further comments.
How wonderful, Miss Navia!
I know all these people. Why are they laughing?
I seem to remember now. Yes, I get it. This trial is...
Wait just a moment. This isn't right!
Malus?
What was that, Mr. Malus? Our conclusion is very clear and unanimous. Let the court judge her now. She's guilty!
Stay here, Navia! You're one of us!
Demoiselle, don't admit guilt. This trial means to keep you here forever.
I wish to exercise my right to defend Our Lady. Mr. Joinville, you only know of Navia's goodness, but nothing of her utterly independent mind.
She was born a free and independent spirit. She has never been tied down by anything. Indeed, even the death of Master Callus couldn't stop her.
Her actions cannot serve as proof that she identifies herself as part of any group. She merely acted as an individual, extending her hand to help others. Please do not mistake her actions as being otherwise.
Really? As an individual, you say? Don't forget, we are all Fontanians here. This is the nation of justice, the nation of Hydro. Even if Miss Navia only voluntarily rendered her assistance, that doesn't change the fact that her beautiful soul must return to everyone. Water accepts all, blends with all. It will surely accept her kindness. Everything is measured here in the nation of Hydro, and in the end, everyone shall meld together. Thus, when a unanimous opinion emerges, that opinion represents justice. Now, I speak for everyone. Our opinion is consistent. Navia should stay. We and Navia are one.
And you would call this justice? Preposterous. You are merely jealous that Demoiselle still has a chance to exist as an individual. Have you forgotten how much you all once longed to become individuals, to become independent?
Do you mean to defy our justice?
If your justice is flawed, then why should we acknowledge it?
As you said, we can also have our own justice. Silver and I shall defend Demoiselle. And that is how we will enforce justice.
Ugh, my head... it hurts.
Demoiselle.
Silver, it hurts. My head is spinning. All I can see is stars swirling in front of me. I remember now. Everything that seemed odd from the very beginning. Karina, Desiree, Joyville, Jolien, Essen, and Mr. Giverny and Mrs. Burnett, who we met earlier. Even Malus and Silver. I don't want to admit it, but they're all dead.
Don't be afraid, and don't admit guilt. We will protect you to the very end.
Absurd! Who are you to say that she cannot be judged? We are the majority, and in the nation of trials, the majority is absolute justice. We are the will of all.
Don't let them escape! We shall keep Navia here with us!
Mr. Malus and Mr. Silver, must you be so stubborn? How could the two of you possibly hope to stand against the collective? Do not resist. This judgment is fair and just.
Oh, yep.
belongs
The flash of the Oceanid, I
After all that
think.
happened,
Yep.
She should not be left alone in Poisson.
What are you
Thought that was happening.
No more excuses.
He says we're jealous. Jealous? How could she possibly be an independent individual?
What's with these people?
Well, when they get
Who's
dissolved
jealous
into
of her?
water,
She belongs to
they
us.
do turn
Miss
into an
Navia.
Oceanid. Possibly singular, but possibly one whole collective.
Silence.
That's... Monsieur Neuvillette!
Such commotion is prohibited in the court. The accusations you just presented are nonsense and cannot constitute a proper trial. The court will adjourn for the rest of the day. In this, I shall hear no objections from any unauthorized party.
Our thanks, Monsieur Neuvillette.
Please leave with me, Miss Navia, while there is still time.
But...
Go on now, demoiselle. This is your only chance to leave this place. What, can't bear to leave us behind or something?
Malus.
My apologies. I couldn't resist making one little joke once I realized that this shall be our last goodbye.
Malus. Silver.
Quickly, you must come now.
Goodbye, demoiselle.
Farewell.
No, wait! Just a second!
Navia?
You're awake. Good.
I must have been dreaming. Malus and Silver were still alive, and they were defending me at some insane trial.
It looks like you're all right.
Did all the sad feelings cause you to have a nightmare? Paimon could give you a hug.
The ruins you were exploring suffered a cave-in. When I arrived, I found you falling toward the water. You were just about to be dissolved within, but I...
He's like, how do I explain this? How do I explain this without saying,
It was only for a moment, perhaps even a fraction of a second, but they gave me the chance to retrieve you. Were it not for their intervention, I would not have been able to rescue you before your consciousness dissipated.
Wait, did you say Oceanids? You mean like what happened with Vache?
Right, people that are dissolved became Oceanids. We've already covered this. You fucking telling me that Malus and Silver protected her after they were already dead? I mean, I understood that was what was happening. Like, I understood that was what was happening, but then I was like, oh, maybe it was just a dream. But now I'm like, oh gosh, is that literally what happened? Is that actually what was happening just now?
Perhaps those two Oceanids were the people you saw in your dream.
I always told them that they didn't have to protect me. To think that they'd keep doing so even after death.
Yeah, no, we were looking through Navia's eyes.
Please come with me.
Neuvillette, are you okay?
Oh, I am quite all right. Perhaps there's something we could chat about?
Why do you look so stiff all of a sudden? Oh, Paimon knows. You're the type who feels awkward when there's nothing to talk about, right?
I'm pretty sure we all know very well that is not
I
true.
merely thought that we should give Navia some time to herself.
then. Don't you think it's even more awkward to call us over like this and then have nothing to talk about?
Oh, that.
I suppose so.
Yeah. By the way, Sijwin sends her regards.
Ah, Sijwin. I hope all is well with her these days. Her work in the Fortress of Meropide has not been too much for her, has it?
No way, don't worry. She's doing fine down there. She's an amazing head nurse.
I mean, they might have been too far away to see it. If they were, like, in the water, it might have just been too far to make out the different type of water.
Humanity, just as I have.
Oh, and the Duke also says hi. Even though Sijwin made him do that. He hopes that you haven't been overwhelmed by all that's happened lately.
Thank you. I have indeed been busy lately, and I also hope that everything is going well in the Fortress of Meropide.
He still doesn't know what to talk about. Let's chat about something else then.
You're the expert here, Paimon. What should we talk about? What shall I tell him? Regards.
So, Neverlet, you're probably quite the swimmer, huh?
Yes, of course.
He's like, yeah? I am a fish.
Let's try something else. How did you find these ruins? Did the knave tell you?
Yes, in fact. I had arranged to meet you in Poisson, but when I arrived, I discovered that the Fatui were helping the residents evacuate. They had even transported a large quantity of supplies to the area. Amid my astonishment, I ran into the knave, and we had a chat. She informed me that she had asked you to investigate the ancient ruins here.
Yeah, we originally planned to meet up with you, but we thought you might still be busy with all those official documents. We didn't think exploring the ruins would take very long, and who would have thought you'd wrap things up so quickly?
I hope Navia can get back on her feet.
I'm sorry to have kept you all waiting like that. I'm feeling much better now.
Tease again.
I guess we should get going again. Will you come with us, Monsieur
Exact
Neverlet?
same, but the style is very
Yes, if you wouldn't mind my company.
All right! Another one joins the party! Let's get going then!
Torn to oblivion!
No trial, Neverlet for this. Hello, Shogun. Wait, what? What just happened?
Blaze over!
Water jet! Everybody stand back!
Shine down!
No touching!
Bombs away!
We're waiting. Let's light it up!
All this time, he's been telling us about his coworkers. He's like, the knave? She's kind of a bitch. I don't know. And then we meet her. And we're like, she was honestly lovely. Like, she has her own goals, but honestly, they all seem to be good, honorable goals. Like, she's a pretty sincere person. I don't know. He's just like, who is... Ah, shoot.
Watch your step!
Yeah. She did try to assassinate Farina, but, like, I don't think she... I mean, she didn't plan to assassinate her. She was just scaring her, which isn't great. Oh, boy. Hello, falling rocks. I love that when I don't have a shield.
Inazuma shines eternal.
I think that the enemies should also take damage from falling rocks, but that's just me.
Teamwork is dreamwork.
Born of ice and frost.
Seems we're almost at the top. Keep it up!
Now you shall perish.
Let's not do even joke spoilers, please.
Shine down.
All hail!
No touching. That's gonna hurt in the morning. Everybody stand back.
Illusion shattered. Torn to oblivion.
Okay, we are at the top.
Looks like we've reached the end.
This is the place. There should not be any other hidden spaces in the vicinity.
The path sure had some twists and turns, but it turns out that this place isn't actually that big.
There seems to be something on the wall.
Stone slates. It seems like they were put here as an offering. Could we take them down and have a look?
Perhaps we should just leave them be for now.
There are 4 locations in total, but only 3 stone slates. The slate that should be in the first empty spot is missing.
The surrounding walls also show signs of damage.
There's something written below. Let Paimon see. Reason dictates that this nation be destroyed. I shall record the history of its future here in its past. Say what?
It feels like someone left these slates and these words here for a purpose. But does he mean that Fontaine should be destroyed?
That would fit the circumstances dictated by the prophecy, yes. Indeed, the slate's contents correspond to it. Take the second slate, for example.
There's a person kneeling here. She seems so dedicated. And there's a whole bunch of other people behind her doing the same. She's facing this... what is this? Some kind of island in the sky?
Celestia?
Is that Lady Farina in the third image? Did the Hydro Archon fall into the water?
And is that a ring of people around her? Paimon doesn't quite get it. Are they all in the water?
The fourth image. I know this one. This exactly matches the content of the prophecy.
The people will all be dissolved into the waters, and only the Hydro Archon will remain, weeping on her throne.
They do seem to match.
More information should be hidden in these slates, but I fear I cannot easily uncover it, most likely due to us missing the first slate. I am very sorry.
Don't blame yourself, Monsieur Neuvillette. Deciphering ancient stone slates isn't one of your duties.
Ooh, Paimon's getting the chills just looking at these slates. This says that it's the history of the future, right? That means the prophecy's sure to come true.
I really hope it doesn't mean that.
Still, Paimon feels like these images are kind of weird when you look at them together.
I get what you mean, Paimon. The issue is the order of the third and fourth images, right?
That's right! If the images are in chronological order, shouldn't the fourth, the waters drowning Fontaine, come before the third, where the Hydro Archon herself falls into the water?
And yet the order is reversed here.
The second image is also concerning. What sin are the people in the images confessing to?
If we go by timing, Lady Farina only emerges in the third image. That means that the person in the second image might be the previous Hydro Archon.
That's what I assumed,
Jira,
yeah.
then. I had never met her, but her appearance here does match the records. The previous Archon kneeling before the floating island in the skies, as if confessing a sin.
Did she herself commit that sin? And if not, why would she be in such a posture? Also, I'm still wondering why these ancient stone slates are here at all. Judging from their contents, could this place be the origin of the prophecy? Does that mean that someone, or some people, once saw these slates?
But who would have created these slates and left these words here?
It seems that any further clues will have to come from Farina.
In that case, there's no time to lose. There's nothing else to be gained here, so let's head back first.
Yeah, we better get somewhere safe for now.
Honestly, who created the slates doesn't matter. The real question is whether things will truly play out as the prophecy foretells.
Let's split up here. I'm going to check on what's happening with the Spina. You know how it is. There's some things you just need to be there for yourself.
You still have energy for that now? Paimon's already beat.
Well, she did pass out in the middle there. So, you know.
Just head back to the Fleuve Cendre and have a rest then. Thanks for keeping me company all this time.
I'll depart as well. Thanks for your hard work today. Rest well, everyone. Traveler, I will go talk to Farina tomorrow morning to ask about the stone slates. I'm sure that you're concerned about this matter as well. If you have time, drop by my office. I will share the results of our discussion with you.
See you tomorrow.
Are you really gonna talk to her about this directly? Will that be a problem? Paimon's getting a little scared now that it's come to this.
She has long been harboring secrets and will not give them up easily, which makes it all the more my duty to ensure that she understands the present situation.
Alright, we'll leave it in your hands then. You're probably the best person to talk to her anyway.
Probably.
I will be carefully considering my words tonight.
Traveler, Paimon, our safe house at the Fleuve Cendre is always open to you as ever, so please don't think you're an imposition. Alright, I'll be on my way then.
Okay. You and Paimon head back to the Spina di Rosula base at Fleuve Cendre. When I can next pause, I'm gonna run to the bathroom really quickly because I have to pee. I'm still not over the fact that they protected her from getting dissolved.
We're finally back!
From beyond the grave. Anyways, I will be right back. I am back.
Welcome back. We've got a special menu prepared for you two tonight.
Yay! And there's good food too! Navi, no, the boss is the best.
You did great as well, Paimon.
Ooh, desserts! Nice, these are all Paimon's! Paimon's already starting to forget what happened today.
Voice. Is that who I think it is?
Huh?
Mona!
It's you two. What are you doing in Fontaine?
What are you doing in Fontaine? Mona! Hi! It's been a while. Oh my god. Hey. Did the stars not tell you we might meet here?
Seriously, nobody just uses a glass whenever they've got time to just see who they'll meet on the road.
Well.
Oh, we didn't expect to see you here. Wait, you're not a Fontanian, are you, Mona?
Well, I have some business to attend to here, so I booked a hotel in the city. I was just out for a stroll when I bumped into you. Quite unexpectedly, if I might add. Why did you think I was from Fontaine, though? Is that because Magistus doesn't sound much like a Mondstadter surname?
It's because you write for the Steambird.
Yeah, let's go with that.
Well, I used to have my own surname, which was, well, some other thing. Either way, the old hag told me when she took me as her disciple that the first step to being a great astrologist's pupil was to change that name. There was nothing for it, really. She really is amazing at astrology, so I changed my name to what it is now according to her wishes. To my surprise, however, Magistus is not the name of some ancient house or clan.
It isn't?
Nope. Although it is used by us in place of surnames, it generally just means great.
Right.
Wow! Imagine including a boast in your name. Wait, are you gonna have to put that into your genealogy as well?
I reckon so. In any case, I'd give my disciple a name like this as well, if I were to take one.
Can I ask what your master's name is?
Astromancer Barbeloth Trismegistus.
Whoa, that's a long one. Does it also mean great or something?
My name means Mona the Great Astrologist. As for the old hag, hers is, in plain speech, the thrice-as-great scholar of the stars. Just take it as a title specific to astrologists.
Thrice as great? That's petty.
I know, right? That's just how she is. She used to call herself Magistus, actually, but when she took me in, she changed her name to Trismegistus.
Talk about excessive.
Okay, so we knew she was B, but we didn't know what the B stood for. Now we know.
So to speak, which makes it about the same as a surname. It's all right if you don't get it. You can look into it further should you need to study astrology more deeply.
How about triple strength traveler?
But anyway, you're not Fontanian, are you, Mona? You're from Mondstadt, right?
Well, I was born in Mondstadt, yes. My parents migrated to Dornman Port, and I traveled with the old hag for a while.
It's,
after which I
oh
settled
gosh,
down
did
in
I just
Mondstadt
close the
City.
tab? That's the question. I think I did.
At least we know
It was Barba something.
Speaking of that, I'm sure you're aware that a bunch of things have happened here
Barbaleth.
in Fontaine, right? I know you're not a local, but I'd avoid getting too close to any water that looks strange all the same. There's something ominous about it. Well, the water, I mean.
Yes, there is something ominous about the water. Did you come to Fontaine because of the prophecy, Mona?
That was the main reason, yes.
Just a while back, the Steambird invited me to take part in a panel and speak about the circulation of the prophecy as an astrologist. The invitation was sent quite early on. I don't think anyone expected Fontaine to be in this much trouble.
What do you make of that prophecy, Mona? Just tell us what you think as an astrologist. Your word would go a long way to make things more certain and less scary.
What I can tell you is that I'm an astrologist, and that this prophecy concerns the fate of Fontaine, even that of Ultivat. Ascertaining this is akin to reading the fortune of the whole world. I'm afraid that this is not something that just anyone can do. If I could do it, you would no longer call me an astrologist, but a visionary. But on the flip side, the prophecy is so huge and powerful that it must surely come from a powerful visionary. Its contents involve the fate of the world. Disregarding it would be a mistake.
A visionary? Sounds really powerful and all, but does such a person really exist?
Of course. The old hag could do it, and I'd bet there are others amongst those Hexenzirkel colleagues of hers who could do something similar.
Yeah. I mean, as it is, one of the first descriptions of Alice that we've gotten in this game was, if you're confused about that, Klee's mother, Alice, is a nearly omniscient sorceress. And it's like, wow, cool. That's lovely. So yeah, I would say that the Hexenzirkel is pretty powerful. That was Albedo. I don't remember if that was in an event or if that was in like a permanent quest. But I do know that is how he described Klee's mother. I need to ascertain the accuracy of the prophecy. Could you help me get in touch with your master?
Huh? Are you sure?
Are you still avoiding the old hag?
All right, I'll help you. It isn't often that I see you with such a serious look on your face. I'll tell you once I hear back from her.
Thank you so much.
Thanks, Mona. You're amazing as always.
Oh, well, this is something only I can do after all. So yes, your praises are quite welcome.
That's the greatest of astrologists for you. Of all the people we know, you know the star's the best.
Indeed, indeed. That's the spirit.
Well,
oh, sorry.
Rena Dotter sure tried.
I came to see what all the commotion was about. If there's anything you need, do not hesitate to inform the Spina di Rosula.
Oh, whoops. Guess we were getting a little too carried away there. Well, I'll go tend to my own business now. If I receive any news, I'll be sure to come find you two again.
Thank you, dear.
And there she goes, quick as rushing water. And here we are with the Spina guy giving us suspicious looks.
Well, we were making a ruckus.
Right, but we were able to recruit Mona's help, didn't we? Our Fontanian friends will thank us someday.
We have the great astrologist on our side.
Good morning. To be honest, I'm still feeling kind of sleepy. But it's time to get up, traveler. We agreed to go see Neuvillette, so let's pack it up and get going.
To Neuvillette. just adjusted. Fun. Hi, Sadine. I think.
You're here! Finally!
You sound worried.
Is something wrong?
Monsieur Neurvalette and Lady Farina, they seem to have gotten into a dispute. Please go see for yourself.
Oh boy.
Like I said, I've already explained everything.
And yet the problem has not been properly solved. There is little space for excuses between us. It is not my intention to offend you, but please, tell me where you stand. You are the Hydro Archon Focalor, are you not? Look at this. This is a list of the victims from the recent Poisson incident.
You mean they're all...
We did not arrive in time to avert this disaster, and I will not have it happen again. I will say this once more. You must tell me everything you know. Yesterday, I found 3 stone slates in some ancient ruins near Poisson. Do you know anything about those?
Seriously? You're questioning me like this is a court case now. I don't know anything about that. But you found them in some ancient ruins, you say?
That's correct, which is why I came to ask you some questions. There should have been 4 slates, but one of them was missing. The other 3 feature different images that seem to correlate to the prophecy.
The prophecy?
Mm-hmm.
The second of these slates depicts the previous Hydro Archon Egeria kneeling before a floating island in the sky, as if confessing something. Do you know nothing of this either?
I don't. I've never seen such slates.
I'll ask you again. Do you really have no information regarding the previous Archon? My deciphering of the slates indicates that the Hydro Archon Egeria once had to confess to, or apologize for, a certain sin. If anyone would know about it, it should be you.
All gods don't have the same secrets, you know. She was herself and I'm me. Is it really so strange that I know nothing? I understand your concerns, but I'm sorry. I just don't have anything to tell you.
Forgive me for saying this now, Lady Farina, but I have long known of your various secret investigations into certain matters. There are several indications that you have been investigating the prophecy on the sly. This is not strange in itself, considering that you are the Hydro Archon. But it is strange that you should also claim to not know any of Egeria's secrets, as well as do nothing following your inquiries. You have never been as superficial as you have presented yourself to be, nor are you a fool. And yet, your behavior is very inconsistent.
So you've been watching me all this time, have you? I didn't think you were that type.
You...
Well, since you know about my secret investigations, then you should know I'm actually working to take care of it. There's no point questioning or suspecting me. You're the Eudix, but you're still my subordinate. You should be following my lead. Just trust in me. You're Archon, and do as I say. Never mind whether you can truly convince yourself to or not. It'll all turn out fine. That's all I have to say. We do not discuss this matter again. Oh, the opera's about to start. Toodles!
Did Farina not notice us standing by the door? Wonder what's up with her. She was smiling. Huh. She didn't seem in the mood to care if we were listening in or not.
She seems deeply troubled. She's deliberately hiding something.
I assume you've been outside for a while now?
Oh, you noticed. Seems Farina didn't even realize we were here.
She was in a great panic, though I cannot discern the reason. Our discussion reached impasses time and again, a state of affairs that we cannot allow to continue. Still, I do not understand. Dialogue is the basis for understanding, so why did she keep refusing to engage?
I'm afraid questions alone might not suffice. We need to make her understand how dire the situation actually is.
Everyone in her inner circle has noticed that she is hiding some secret. The issue is her attitude. I fear that she will not reveal anything unless absolutely forced to.
An ad break has hit. I'm just, yep. Like, I don't know. Someone in the Hexen Circle who is from Fontaine could have been the one who divined the prophecy. That could be the tie-in for having Mona here. I don't know if that would be true, but you know. This is also the second country in a row that we've had direct or a potential for direct involvement from the Hexen Circle, because at the very end of all the Sumeru stuff, when like the memory of the world was kind of wiped of Rukkhadevata, I think it was Nicole who spoke into the Traveler's mind and was like, hey, just because you erase something. It was just a bored guy in a cave. I think it was Nicole who was like, hey guys, just because something has been erased from Armansul does not mean that it ceases to be true. There's always a way to restore the truth, or whatever it was she said, but it was something along those lines. And so if now we're about to talk to Barbasol, that would be two in a row in which the Hexen Circle is getting involved, and I'm excited about it. We know so little about the Hexen Circle, but I'm excited to learn. I mean, there was stuff during Windbloom Festival this year that we got like way more information on the Hexen Circle than we've gotten in a long time, or than we've ever gotten, I should say. So that's exciting. But like it feels like maybe information. Anyways, we shall continue.
We may have to create a situation in which she will have no choice but to speak.
Well, that's stressful.
Oh? Like what?
I have
Normally,
a
people will
bad
only reveal the truth
feeling.
when standing trial. Perhaps we must have the Hydro Archon experience just such a scenario.
But Farina's seen so many trials, and she's really good at dodging questions.
That she is.
She won't just slip away at the first chance she gets.
We will need to consider this thoroughly, join forces with various parties, and then do what we can. If at all possible, I would prefer to recuse myself from this affair, but we must prevent the prophecy from coming to pass. This may be cruel to her, but all Fontaine is in crisis. The information a god possesses is too precious, and so we must take a chance on this.
Yeah. In that case, we will need help.
But who will lend us their aid to do such a thing?
I think I know who to call. On a boat? I don't know why I said on a boat like that. It just came out of my mouth that way. I'm so antsy right now. I'm like, my lip.
Well, that's everyone, huh? Speaking of which, it was pretty smart of you to think of hiding here.
Poisson was
The
just
whole
involved in a
gang-a-lang.
disaster, so it's presently devoid of people. That naturally makes it the best choice.
And here you are drinking tea like it's the most natural thing in the world, huh?
That's what families should do. Sit and enjoy a leisurely time together.
It's nice to enjoy tea here, you know? Care for a cup?
Lend me your ears, everyone. Or perhaps one of you might like to start us off. How about you, friend?
Me?
He needs to interact with you at least 5 more times before he's comfortable enough
How
to
about you, good sir?
sentence without stammer.
I fear that I will cause the mood on this boat to become as somber as it is in court.
Well then, I guess we're lucky we've got a local like me to organize things. Wonderful, the spotlight at last. I guess I'll be facilitating things from here.
That was a little long-winded.
Florian!
Oh, you might be right. Anyway, to
I
cut
love
to the
her.
chase, our friend here, the Traveler, has brought us together to discuss something. As for what that is, well, let's start by saying that we'll be pooling our efforts together to create a series of traps.
Oh, how intriguing.
Well, it's just an expression, really. One that I just learned from Chlorand, and used on the spot. So, let's invite her to explain in detail. A round of applause, please.
Huh? Didn't you say that you would be facilitating this?
Oh, come now. Your work doesn't involve much public speaking, right? This is a good chance to practice. You might even pick up some fancy oratory tricks to impress your boss with in the future.
I see. And what does my boss say?
He is glad that you consider him your boss. Do go on.
He's like, you flatter me. Continue. And there, everyone else is like, what is happening?
In that case,
Don't worry about it.
do you have experience hunting?
Not that I recall.
Some.
Fremine and I once used a wooden stick in a basket to catch wild rabbits when we were younger. As for Lynette, oh, right. You were sick that day, weren't you?
I've also gone diving to catch some fish before. Does that count?
I think that fishing counts
I'm
as
afraid
hunting.
not. You may or may not have heard.
Okay.
But
Florian
Fontaine
does
once
not.
played host to a group known as the Marechaussee Hunters. Though that was their name, they did not hunt animals, but rather various monsters left behind by the ancient dynasty of King Remus. Today, Fontaine's monster population has already thinned greatly, so the hunters have blended back into society, taking up arms in other lines of work. They even left a unique methodology of hunting in their wake. A trap comprises of the following components: bait, a trigger, and a containment device. Sometimes a lethal implement will also be necessary to deal with the prey. So, if we were to build a trap together, right now, What would you choose to build it with?
For me, I would prefer something basket-shaped. Pigeons and rabbits will see the bait and naturally enter the snare. Our line of work requires a deft hand, and we're some of the best in the industry, so you can count on our techniques.
You used some of those techniques while moving the people of Poisson, didn't you? My subordinates mentioned that you even performed some magic for the bawling children.
Yes, and I even
Of course
managed
he
to gather
did.
some intelligence in the meantime. I'm quite the multitasker if I do say so myself.
I'm afraid I can't claim that as my strong suit. I prefer more stable methods, like placing bait in the water and waiting for the fish to come within reach. That's the kind of method I would count on.
Calm and steady. Exactly the kind of person who would catch loads of fish.
And I can be their assistant.
With discretion, I'm sure.
I'd probably use some sort of mechanical animal. Papa once bought me some small clockwork squirrels, mice, and such. When placed in the forest, they can attract others of their kind. I remember that you liked those too, didn't you?
I did. And that would be a good way to go about it. If they're realistic enough, animals of the same kind will follow them all the way to the trap.
What about you, Monsieur Neuvillette?
I fear I do not have any related experience.
That makes sense. You usually solve problems directly, without the use of any such tricks. But I do have one more question for you, Monsieur. If we were to create a trap now, how would you design it?
I would like for it to be effective, but bring no harm to the prey. A more gentle trap would be ideal.
Kind, as always. However, our intention doesn't necessarily change the containment device and the type of implement we need. If we wanted to kill the prey in one strike, we would need a powerful implement. However, that also goes for prey that must be captured and safely contained.
Wait, why's that?
Only a hunter who's a true expert at subduing their prey can snare it without harming it. The line that divides life and death is often exceedingly thin.
So, are we going hunting together?
Huh. We hadn't thought of seeing ourselves as hunters. It kinda works, but maybe it's still not the best metaphor.
If our means of capturing and dealing with our prey is to put them on trial, then the hunting metaphor is actually quite accurate. But we shall require much more courage than any hunter to judge a god, a being whose seat is an exalted throne.
That's right.
Oh, so that's what's going on. Sounds very interesting.
Cloran's hunting metaphor was just that, a metaphor. You will not call this a hunt because that is not what you should do at present, nor has the relationship between you and Farina reached such a dire stage. What you need is simply the secret she's keeping. Attempting to take her secrets is an act of sacrilegious disrespect, but must be done to protect Fontaine from sinking into the waters as foretold in the prophecy. There is neither hunter nor prey, but there must be a trap. That is what you will need. Oh boy. Right? Like, at what stage do we assassinate an Archon?
hasn't it? So much has been happening.
Those meetings sure did make me hungry.
Paimon didn't think the meetings would go on for so long, but everyone seemed pretty fired up, huh? Paimon thought they'd be at least a little frightened. Well, Fremine was. Paimon thinks about it, but everyone else just looked a little surprised.
Fremine always looks a little scared. Do you feel more confident after the meetings, Paimon?
Well... It's hard to say. Paimon doesn't have any experience with this sort of thing. But with you around, Paimon sure will do great. After all, you're the most reliable person in the world, aren't you? Huh?
Is something wrong?
Did you just pour some tea? Paimon didn't notice you doing that at all.
No, I did not.
Then what's that? Paimon's never seen that cup before.
Don't be frightened. I'm just joining you two for tea. I merely refrained from saying anything till now.
Who's that voice? But there's no one here.
I think it's B speaking to us from the
Have
tea.
you forgotten me already?
Wait, you are familiar.
Or
You're the voice
is
we heard
this
from the sky in Sumeria.
someone else?
The voice from the sky, I fear that description is wrong.
Or was
Though
it Nicole?
Not completely wrong. You're feeling lost now, just as you were feeling previously. I sensed that confusion and thus came to you. Guiding people is an irresistible hobby of mine, after all.
So is this Mona's master, or was this someone else? I thought it was not Mona's master who talked to us. I thought it was a different one. Who are you? And what do you want with us?
Consider me a passerby.
For my
Just
friend's
accepting a
disciple.
commission
Okay, yeah.
from
So
my
this is
friend's
not B.
disciple, on a whim.
Friend's disciple. So this is one of the enigmatic N. Yeah, okay, I was right. It is Nicole. I have a memory, and sometimes it works. Friend's disciple. So this is one of the friends of Mona's master? The enigmatic N of the Hexenzirkel? Allow me to ask of you. Will Fontaine's prophecy come true?
The prophecy. Yes, what has been prophesied will be fulfilled. You may view such things as the history of the future.
What? Then is there any way we can stop it?
I believe you have witnessed a failed attempt with your own eyes. Can everything in Tevat so easily be changed?
There it is again. Fate. Can there really be no exceptions?
So you've caught on.
I've caught on to a few things.
Usually only the future is seen from the perspectives of the gods. Could things be happening in hidden corners where the gods' gaze does not fall? Are the things that you shall see different from the fate that the gods perceive?
What is she talking about? It all sounds really impressive and important and stuff, but it also sounds kind of scary.
The tea in the teacup is just about gone as well.
I believe that you understand, right? Some things are insignificant, but others you must reach out to change. Ultimately, fate shall serve as your only guide, no matter what will happen in Tevat's future. All you need to do is to play your part. This was good tea, by the way. Thank you for your hospitality. Well, that'll be all for today.
The voice. It's gone.
Thanks, Nicole. Mage N, is this the clue you're leaving for us? Of course Nicole isn't going to tell us the whole story. When you wake up, someone seems to be outside.
Hi? Paimon hears someone talking. Alright, coming.
You're getting more diligent, Paimon.
Hey, it's you who's getting lazy, okay?
Well, I see I've walked in on some lively banter.
How have you been these past few days?
Fine, just fine. I went to take part in that Steambird panel. It turned out to be more interesting than I expected. Not all Fontainians are pessimistic about this. One journalist mentioned that sitting around and waiting for the end to come would be wrong, and that they should make their own rescue preparations. I agreed, so we had a brief chat with her.
Did she have pink hair by any chance?
Why, yes! It was Charlotte. You remember her, right? That rebel journalist?
Oh, we remember her, all right.
Of her view. Prophecies are very important, but how can people allow their lives to be commandeered by just a few words?
That's right! Paimon's glad to hear something sensible for once.
Ah, yes. About what we had discussed before. I did try, but I'm afraid I couldn't reach the old hag. I'll try again tonight, but I wouldn't get your hopes up.
Actually, someone already came over.
Huh?
It was Nicole.
Goodness gracious. Are you serious?
I believe she came to pass a message to us.
She said that even the god's gaze has blind spots. Pretty bold if you ask Paimon. Most people would believe the gods to be all-knowing, right?
Yeah, but we know for a fact that ain't true.
Certainly anything but ordinary. As for the mage named N, the old hag has mentioned her a few times. She said that N's sense of direction is incredible, and that she loves guiding those who are lost. I've never met her, and if she were still alive, she'd be... Well, suffice it to say that the hag's at least a few hundred now, and N's been around for longer than that.
Well, damn.
Whoa. The Hexenzirkel sounds like a scary group. You must really stay in shape to live so long.
Drop that exercise
Their
routine.
abilities alone are pretty terrifying. If she came to see you personally, then the problem you're facing must truly be of great importance.
Well, it's not like Paimon could understand anything she said.
Yes, she was quite cryptic, but I suspect she means that there is still a way to turn things around. She didn't say when or what that would be, though, so...
Well, you know.
Perhaps it is something that you cannot know right now.
True. Her words were meant as a helpful hint, but when will we realize their value and meaning? Was that the best answer my question could have gotten?
Traveler, Paimon, are you two all right?
Thinking our thoughts. Don't worry.
Just a little down right now. It kind of feels like the end is coming, you know?
I see. I feel that same sense of desperation, too. I guess you could consider me someone who has often witnessed fate. So far as I have seen, it cannot be swayed. But even so, I still hope for, and believe in, miracles. Astrology is eternal and rational, but fate may not be. It is cruel, but it can also be beautiful. Perhaps that's what N was trying to tell you. Not to lose heart, and to believe that what you are seeing playing out before you is not yet set in stone. I did originally think of steering clear of all this, but I couldn't. Even if this is all futile, I still wish to help everyone. If we don't struggle to the last, then how can we face the end when it comes?
Huh. You do have a point.
There I go, talking about astrological principles again. Sorry about that. The moment I start talking about work-related stuff... I need to get going.
Don't worry about it, Mona. And thank you.
It was worth trying to comfort you, even if only a little. I believe that you'll help those who are struggling in the same way I did. I suppose that might be why we always seem to meet by coincidence.
Paimon feels kind of moved by what Mona said, but also kind of sad too.
Yeah.
Hey, Traveler, Paimon suddenly feels like going outside for a walk. Let's go.
All right.
Let's walk around the the city, shall we? There's a few spots we always like to walk by.
Okay. On that note, I think this feels like a good place to stop for right now. It's almost 11 o'clock. And this feels like a very pause, you know? Yes. Okay. Cool. So we'll pick this back up possibly Wednesday, unless I do it tomorrow and I switch my schedule around because I'm impatient. That is a very real possibility. But yeah, I am going to wrap it up here for the night. I will see you guys tomorrow. Get some good rest, everyone. And yeah, it has been a very interesting time, and I'm very like, I would power through this whole thing if that would not be unrealistic for my brain. So yeah, I will see you guys tomorrow.